we are talking about. As he said, the highest rated.
Money check, swag check, drip check, cut the check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat. Watch me flex.
It'll just be you and me on the cams here, Bob. A pleasure to share the screen with you, sir.
Good time.
So, Bobertio, your coach. Most know him, but how has it been working with the one and only?
Oh yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Yeah. He gets a little frustrated. I test his limits because I'm not a memorization guy.
Got it.
But it's good. We put in the hours.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit on stream, but has there been even more off stream?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot more. We both spend too much time on Discord.
That's fair. So you're a good match for one another then.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. You'll see. Good.
And Eviscerated, how has your coaching been as well? I actually see both your coaches in the stream, which is a good sign.
So Ubi's a tough coach, but he's a good coach. I frustrate him a lot.
That's a common theme between you and your opponent here, I see.
We go over things that I should remember, and then I don't remember it, and then there's a lot of yelling, a lot of death threats, and then we move on and keep going. So it'll be an interesting day.
Is he like a Mayo? Like, is he that brand of coaching?
I'd say, man, it's hard to compare anything to Mayo, really, right?
True.
But I'd say it's close. You can't really compare to Mayo.
Right. Okay. And he's in the chat saying that he's actually very kind and nice. So that I actually believe you more now.
I'm not in the stream, so I don't know what he's saying.
Classic. And you guys have played before? Question mark? Have you?
A few times.
Okay.
Me and Bob have a couple of sparring. Pretty sure he was taking it easy on me.
Let's see what our record is.
Yeah, I was just gonna pull up both of your accounts. So is it just Mr. Bobertio?
Mr. Bobertio.
Okay, so let's see. What are you weighing in at here in Blitz? You got 1,054.
Yeah, a little light.
Okay, that's light for you. So when the match, or let's say the event, was beginning, where were you at?
I was about there.
Okay.
I was about there. I got up on my alt accounts, and yeah.
Oh, so you have an alt that you've been grinding on. You didn't want the boys to have access to the info.
Oh, sure. Good OPSEC is important.
Okay. Eviscerate, any alts for you?
One or two.
Okay. And you're coming in 12-16 in Blitz here for Eviscerated. And if we're looking at the kind of the initial seeding, however it was done, it wasn't only focused on your rating, also had to do with the coaching. We have Bobertio, seed number 7, Eviscerated, seed number 10. So despite being the higher seed, Bobertio, you're coming in, as you said, a little bit light.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Bob's a little bit higher than where he's at right now. When I came in, I hadn't played in 6 months, so I got asked if I wanted to play, and I was like, yeah, sure, not knowing what I was agreeing to.
Yep.
And then I started playing again, and I dropped 150 points, and was like, oh well, guess this is a perishable skill.
Well, you're definitely in a good spot here, but is it something you expected to be, like coming in 150 points higher rated than your opponent here?
I don't know if I would say I expect it to be 150 points higher. I'm pretty sure I saw him share I got to 1,300 on my alt account post inside of the Brahchamps, though.
But that's why I'm putting it out there, because that just could be propaganda. Like, who knows if he has an alt? Who knows if it's 1,300? He could just be complete smoke and mirrors here.
I gotta say, I haven't really put too much time thinking about what Bob is doing. really more about like what I'm doing. Just stick to my own thing.
Stick to your game plan. There's no increment on any of the games that we're going to be playing in the event. But because this is also a round 1 matchup, there's a much shorter format for this one. So it is only best of 3, which means 2-0 wins the match. It means 1.5 half. You still have another game to play because it could be tied up. And it also means, and because we only have one person on cam here, that we're going to ask you, Bob, to call our coin flip for us. So if you'd be so kind, heads or tails?
Unless I'm mistaken, it's been heads every time. So I'm going to double down on heads.
Okay. We have a heads. Naturally, it's tails. It was due. We were due for the other one, obviously. So surprising you didn't recognize that. Eviscerated. It's on you to pick. You can take white or black, so let me know.
I'll take white.
Okay. White pieces. And as I said, if it's a tie, you just keep playing. So if it's 1.5 to 1.5, you just keep going. That's really it. There's only one time you rejoin, and that's when we have a winner. You don't have to win by 2. So 2-1 is a win, 2-0 is a win, 2.5, 1.5 is a win, etc., etc. No increment. And you guys will both just hit the mute button in Zoom. I will do the same. You won't possibly hear me, and of course, exit out the stream, and then you can join back into everything at the end of the match, and you'll be able to rewatch it later. So that's
Where is the mute button? I've never used Zoom.
Bottom left should be an audio icon. If you click it, it'll put a line through it. In the worst case, I can mute you, but you should be able to toggle it on and off. I think you got it there.
I found it.
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of just the actual match, any questions in terms of how things are going to work? I'll start the first game for you as long as you're both on chess.com/play/online, and you just hit rematch from there.
All right, sounds good. Muting up.
All right, I'll give you guys a minute or two here while I intro things. If you want to put music on, it's all good. So get in your zone, and we'll start in a couple minutes here. Good luck, guys.
Cool. Be right back.
All right. Okay, folks. Let's put our music back on as well. Okay. And we had Eviscerated, starting with the white pieces. I believe we have the coaches in chat. That is Ubitzia working with Eviscerated, and that is Guppy Fighter working with Bobertio. I see we do have some fans, and understandably so, for Bobertio, who has cammed up and revealed a stellar beard. Easy to cheer for the lad just because of that. Bobertio, Eviscerated. Game's about to start. 3 minutes, no increment. Let's do it. Here we are. Oi, 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 look at this. B4. And ladies and gentlemen, are we surprised or not? Because his coach is a Grob player. Ubitzia plays the Grob. 1 G4. His student price said, look, I respect you and all, but I would like to maintain some dignity and some winning chances. And so I can see that they agreed to meet halfway with B4. So, understandable right there. And we are off. B4, that's right. An exciting move. Now, the question is, for Guppy Fighter. Could you have expected this? Did Guppy leave Mr. Bobertio potentially out to dry here? Or has he just been drilling the fundamentals? Say, we don't care what tricks they're pulling, what audibles, what trick plays they're coming up with in the opening. We're just here to play good chess. Just here to play good chess. How are the tactics here? Mr. Bobertio uncovering an attack there. There may have been a sneaky move like this with the same idea. Eviscerated has great pressure down there. In fact, this last move is just an absolute mistake. But instead, Eviscerated hung the piece and Bob didn't see it. How are these guys not taking freebies? Oh man, that's a rough start for both. But I think they both don't even realize what was missed. Mr. Bobertio hanging material here with bishop b5. But at this point, everybody has missed everything. The nerves are there for game number one. I think it's fair to say that game number one in every single match has featured some tough chess. Some tough to watch chess. And they'll lock in for game number two. But early on, I can say the speed from Eviscerated is very impressive. This is a nervy first game type of move. He doesn't play it. He goes with the rook. Remember, guys, this is all over if it happens. And man, I could see it happening. This is probably what should be done. What is this? He's overprotecting his A pawn. Sure, I guess. Guys, I spy with my little eye. Mr. Bobertio and Guppy have probably been drilling tactics. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see this. I would be surprised to see this, and I am. I'm surprised. Very surprised. I mean, I don't know what this is. This is some Rambo attack here. It doesn't exist. You're not snorked up. Mr. Bobertio probably has to make a move like this. Not to mention that it's guarded. So there isn't even... When he's down 20 seconds, he's down a bishop. He's down 3 pawns. You can do this, and he should. But the question is just, is there going to be panic here? Because it's defended. Panic would be this. That's panic. Let's see what happens, because it is watched over to the point where you could just go for that. You could go for this. This would be pure panic to me. This may be like, there's a lot of moves, but he's spending his time here. Let's see what move he comes up with, because he is completely winning. It is so close to game over here, but the panic is setting in. You're being attacked. Yes, it's scary. I understand this move because of the panic, the stress of being attacked. Queen comes back. I mean, not having a move like this in the position at this stage in the game is crazy. How can you not? Okay, he finally plays a move. There we go. That's going to get you some big trades. That's just trading. It's winning. Like, this is what was needed the entire time, and that's put Bob in a blender here. He's got no answer to this. The rook is doing nothing. One defensive move from Eviscerated. Now he's actually up on time again. There's no snork in the position. And Bob, he's frozen. He's not moving. Queen takes e7 was a free queen, but doesn't matter for Eviscerated. He already had this idea locked in. 100% he knew what was coming. Oh, queen b4. Oh, somebody get the stretcher. Oh. Oh, goodness. Queen b4. He backs up. And now we have Mr. Bobertio. Is this... I don't know. Like I got to go to the coaching staff here. What on earth is this? Is Guppy Fighter advising Mr. Bobertio to play the French exchange? What is this? Especially when the lad needs a win. It's probably the worst opening you could possibly come up with. Oy, this is terrible. White's already worse in a French exchange. Worse in a French exchange. Can you believe it? Not even 10 moves into the game. Now we see, a last ditch effort here. Try to make use of the open file. I will say that Eviscerated, there was some panic did show when being attacked, but he still locked in and found the correct move. Ubitsia says, this is what we studied. So, Ubitsia, you have to be happy with both games, it sounds like. Both games, it seems like you got your fighter in preparation that you worked on. That's pretty good. Bobertio is making this work. And you know what? It came from this. All we needed was this. But instead, he's ceding some space. Knight e5 is a huge move. Bishop f5. Rook's using the open file. This move is an absolute killer because that's going to fix the pawns, and it's very difficult to play a move like f6 because your light squares are so weak. So this is changing here. Bobertio is comfortable, and I'm telling you, moves like this and this, they're not that difficult to see. Boom, right in the center of the board. Oh, there comes the pawns. They're undoubling. The bishop pair. This is looking nasty here. Oh my goodness. And remember, even if you don't see this, you could stop on the way, get some gas, and then keep going to your final destination. He goes all the way, and he can pull back next move. There's an open line here. Yes, you can try this, but believe me, he's going to sacrifice. And oh, no. It's absolutely cooked here. We may be looking at 1-1, folks. Bobertio with the white pieces striking back. A terrible opening. But he managed to use the G file effectively. And look at the coach. The coach is already waving the white flag. Ubitsia says, all right, yeah, we'll take the white pieces again. Yeah, we'd like to call timeout over here. Don't need to overthink if you're Bobertio. Like, I understand you might have seen a grandmaster maybe not take the rook here and play, f4. You don't need to be a hero. You're 1,000, brother. Take the goddamn material. Like, what's happening here? Wait, he really was frozen. I thought he was just locked in. We have a document of rules and regs for this. It says, disconnects. If a player disconnects, they have 5 minutes to reconnect. If they fail to reconnect within that time, they forfeit the game.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Bob.
I'm sorry. My desktop internet just died trying to get back into it. So...
Well, are you on a device to play now?
I am actually back on my... yeah, I can... Yeah. Everything's running, and I'm wondering if I should try one more game on the desktop or just play this one on mobile.
Well, that's your call, but I'll say if it disconnects again, it will be a forfeit.
I would forfeit. Okay. All right.
So it's your call. I also need to be able to start the game. And per the rules, it says if a player disconnects, they have 5 minutes to reconnect. They fail to reconnect, they forfeit the game. You were reconnected within 5 minutes. And I'm looking back at the game here. So we need to pull up where we were. And I'm seeing a nice position for you. However, the best I can offer you at this point is a redo of the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
You had a great position, but there needs to be, some punishment applied. So you're here, you haven't immediately lost the match, which would have happened at 2-0, but you had a great position there. I can't award it to you again, but I'll give you a restart on the game.
Sure.
So it's going to be as if it's 1-0 for Eviscerated. You still get the white pieces again. All right. So you still get the white pieces.
I need to be back in play/online.
Exactly. Need everyone back in chess.com/play/online. Yep. Bob will get the white pieces. It's as if it's 1-0. So you got to keep that in mind when you're like tallying the score, because the score is probably still going to say 2-0 for Eviscerated when you rematch. But just remember, it's as if it's 1-0. So that's what we'll do for this game. If everyone wants to mute up, we will resume like that. And same rules apply. This is as if it's game number 2, which means it is best of 3. So if Eviscerated wins, the match is over. And if Bob wins, or if it's a draw, you guys have another game. All right, mute up and good luck. Okay. I think that's a pretty fair solution there, because he did reconnect within the time as outlined in the rules, publicly available rule sheet. But not going to just let the lad resume from his great position there. You got to be punished for those disconnects. It's up to you. And we will give him the white pieces again. Mr. Bobertio against Eviscerated. Here we go. He's got his white pieces again, folks. We're right back in. And you can't say that, Bob got an advantage out of that disconnect. It certainly wasn't. Eviscerated was dead to rights in that game. So for Bob, he's lucky to still be playing the match. But for Eviscerated, he's fortunate that that wasn't just an L. So I don't think either player can be too upset. And Bob was smart and fortunate to get right back on that iPad reconnect. And there we go. We got a different, you can tell we're on the iPad, right? This is a nice beard cam. the upshot. It hits a little different than the desktop. There might be some people who believe that the cam angle has improved. You would have liked F3, yep, to deal with the bishop. Now, here's the thing that I'm not liking, is Bob is really playing this early queen move, and I'm not getting it because a rook is just appearing here, right? And then he's having to move his queen again, and then the bishop is taking, and this is exactly what happened in the first game. Now, granted, somehow he managed to really get the pieces in a good way in the first game, but that was not something that he can count on. Like, black was definitely better there. So let's see if he can do that game all over again, truly. Okay, so look, I don't know why he's playing this, by the way. Not queen c2 for the knight there. Eviscerated is having a better game than last time, but I will say he hasn't fully understood how to play against these pawns. Generally, you want to be targeting these squares. So I would say a move like knight e6 would be a great start. Hits the bishop, hits that square. These double pawns, that's your target square. And that's definitely not going to be the move. A lot of players like to undouble their pawns, but the better idea may be this one. The only reason I'll give Bob credit is I don't like the look of this move. So I'll say this pawn move may be completely fine here. I still think Eviscerated, who, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely happy with this. Nothing's gone wrong. Compare this to last game, right? Night and day. Eviscerated is actually living and breathing in this game. He was dead to rights. in the last one. He was going to be down a rook. Now, there's an interesting trick here that's very easy to fall for. Okay, he does not fall for it. I'm still a little bit nervous about this rook, just the placement of it. It's kind of off on its own there. F2, okay. Let's go C5. Queen E2, D2, C. Yeah. You're appreciating the maneuver, eh? Queen E2, D2, C1, C2. He's still got the queen to move. Wouldn't happen if Bob played the King's Indian attack. But the last time he played this, he crushed. So I understand repeating it. I'm just not so sure about the Queen E2 move. Is that a Guppy special? Like, what is that? Eviscerated has been playing generally pretty fast and pretty well. Generally. Got to be happy with his performance here. But what did I mention about this rook? I told you, I said it's a little bit too far forward. I don't like the placement of it. I don't like that it's disconnected. This is the one thing that Eviscerated has underestimated. Bob with a fantastic move. And look at this. He didn't even take on D4. Oh, no. And obviously, you don't want to take that. You probably want to maybe exchange or something, or at least safety. But he got the same game again. He's up another rook, folks. 40 seconds apiece. He managed to recreate the magic from last game. That's a good move as well. Queen takes, D4 check. And if he doesn't take the queen, maybe he'll lose it. Okay, he takes with the pawn. He's going to face D4 check, though. Discovery. Spooky. Hey, this is not over. 30 seconds? Okay, we need this. In fact, if he pushes, which I think he will, this move could be it. It's not even over because of that. Oh my goodness. The panic for Eviscerated now. That's not the move, but you know what? He's got this. No, he doesn't play it. It was a check and it defended mate, and then you could push the pawn. An absolutely huge win for Bobertio. Up against it. There was Queen D4 available, folks. Eviscerated could have turned it all around with Queen D4 check. Whew, okay, Eviscerated has to calm down a little bit. He has to calm down, focus up, and make this B4 game work again. What on earth is that? Oh my goodness. A coach is not going to be happy about that one. That's probably the worst move you could ever play in that position. Oh no, this is trending Bobertio. Definitely. This game right here. Yeah. Oh man. Eviscerated. Okay, so what is he going to do? What does he have to make some kind of comeback here as white? Where are you going to get your play from? E4? You can't do that. Knight E5? You can't do that. A4, B. You can't even play B5. You know what I mean? There's not a lot here. The coach already has the white flag in the air. He says, I can't watch this. Oh my goodness. B4, B5? He's just tossing pawns. It's completely over. The coach said he's leaving the room. And Bobertio can win here and win the match. A draw, remember, they keep playing. Knight E4. Oh, this is real tough now. Because you can, if you're playing with the black pieces here, you can imagine the next 3-4 moves pretty easily. Personally, I might have taken that just to make it easier to push, but this is perfectly fine. Hey, Michael. Welcome to Brahchamps. I think the chess we've been seeing is actually not a great gift for Omid's birthday, but let's wait and see. Queen A7, Bobertio is in cruise control here. There's just no play. You can't do this. You can't do this. There's no breaks. There's no pawns to push. You're getting absolutely steamrolled right here. I don't know what to recommend. I don't have a move here, guys. Eviscerated's position is so tough, and I don't really see what he can do about it. It's not like, oh, it's tough and he has to find this. I'm lost for an idea. Like maybe chuck the H pawn? I got nothing. I got nothing. Yes, this exists, but even this is a fantastic move. Like Bobertio has a number of good ones. Of course, he played one of the top ones, c3, wins the bishop, which is pinned. In the tank is eviscerated, and that's the worst move you can play. That's horrific. That's horrific. The queen's trapped. Oh no, it's dead now. Not only did you lose your piece, you lost your queen as well. You actually would have been better off not moving. If the rook had taken and the queen could drop back, at least you have a queen, but oh no, this is bad. Look, this is one of the toughest positions that you could ever find yourself in. I really believe that. I mean, you got to go here. Yep, absolutely. Take with either piece. I'd probably doesn't really matter. He decides to take the bishop. Sure. And at this point, you just got to go fast. Eviscerated. You just got to go fast. But there is nothing you can do about this. Got to hope for a stalemate from hell. A stalemate from hell. And I don't think it's going to happen. It was almost possible, He was getting close there. And Bobertio makes the win happen, brings it back 2 in a row. Holy. That is it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, man. Evis, I'll start with you because your coach was you mentioned he's a little tough maybe when the blunders are in. He wasn't a big fan of that move c4 in this game. Was that a mouse slip, brain slip? What was c4? Coach didn't like it.
It was a mouse slip. I was trying to go c3 so I could back my pawns up, and then it went, and I was like, well, what do I do now? How do I recover from this? And yeah.
Right.
His pawns walked down the board, and I had no way to stop it. Then the queen and the rook came in, and it was just like I was down material, no way to break through. It was just all bad.
I hear you. I was spectating the game, and I literally couldn't produce like good suggestion. Even I hear you. The pawns, when they get going like that, there's just no stopping them. Like it's almost like the move c4 was one mistake, but your other one was you went a4. And then you went b5, which also that kind of undoubled his pawns and brought them connected so they could overpower you. So it was a combination of those two mistakes that really did the game in.
Yeah, at that point, I was just I didn't know what to do. I was so flustered from the mouse slip that it was just like, all right, well, I don't know how to better my position at this point.
Right.
what's a random pawn move that I can do.
Hey, respect.
A4 doesn't seem to look too damaging, and in hindsight, it was definitely not the best move, but
Yep.
I don't know. Everything like got pretty close there because I didn't have a way to break through after C4 fucked me up.
Yep. That's a tough way to go out in the last game there. But Bob, you actually found a way to kind of recreate a little bit of the magic from the disconnected game. Because to be fair, you had a really good game that you dropped from, and then when you came back, it didn't look the same. It was like equal, a lot of pieces traded, but you somehow managed to still win a rook in the end. So that game was pretty successful for you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was fun. I just keep blundering. I keep forgetting how to protect the pawn on F3, and things open, and then things get pinned.
Yes,
I don't know.
You keep allowing bishop takes F3 in both games, actually. Eviscerated as well. If you guys want to pull up that game in question, which will be probably the second last game in your history. The reason is, first of all, I didn't really like this queen E2 idea. It's like smack on the open file where black's going to put a rook. So you're you're wasting time in the future because you're going to have to move it again. So I didn't care for that move. But if you go to, let's say, the second last game that you guys played, move 13, right when black plays bishop takes knight, white recaptures. There's those doubled pawns on F3. And Eviscerated, for you, when you see these doubled pawns like that, you should be looking at that F4 square, which is directly in front of them. Try to bring your pieces to control that square. So if you think about all the moves that control it, all of them are really good. Knight H5, knight F8 to E6, bishop D6 to offer a trade of bishops, and all of these moves do a really good job trading the dark square bishop and then controlling the F4 square. And that would really, like, in that game that Bob disconnected from, he was all over you because he kind of pushed that pawn forward to F4, and then he undoubled it by playing knight E5. But I saw you fight against his setup twice, and you did the great job of doubling his pawns. Then, unfortunately, it felt like you didn't really know where to go from there. But is that what really happened?
Yeah, most times when I've been doing the exchange variation with the French, and I wind up capturing that knight on F3. For some reason, my opponents haven't been doubling the pawns, so this was the first time that I actually had a chance to look at that. So when it happened, I didn't know where to go, and when that pawn pushed forward, it was like, pawns did me in twice, fucked me up.
Yep. And actually, this game here that I was looking at, the second last one, you did much better than the other game, that's for sure. But the problem was you left that rook a little bit like too extended on E3. You disconnected them with your knight in the middle, and then Bob just was like kind of randomly moving, and then he was like, "Oh, let me attack the rook," and randomly it just couldn't move anywhere. So it's kind of unfortunate there. Yeah. Bob, Guppy was I won't say livid, but he thought it was all over when you disconnected. He wasn't too happy, but I will say he stuck by you, and I was wondering, did you have anything against B4? Do you have any clue that Eviscerated was going to play this move on move 1?
Absolutely not. No, we know the meme is Ubitsi plays the Grob, and so I did not expect a Bizarro Grob. That just, I had no idea what that was.
That wasn't the Grob, actually. That was the Polish.
Yeah, it's the evil twin, which I didn't even think of studying.
And this was obviously like, did you? Whose idea was it? Did you come in, Evis, and you were like, I know you play the Grob, but like, I actually want winning chances. So what can we do? or like, did he suggest it?
So we were gonna start with the Grob, but one day I went into one of the Bra VCs, and somebody was like, Ubitsia plays the Grob and the Trumpowski, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let's just toss all that prep out the window and switch to something else. And I told Ubi about that, and he was like, "Yeah, we're not doing any of that anymore." apparently everybody knows what I play, so let's do something else.
Right. And probably, first of all, smart not to just walk into the obvious, but you took like a page out of his book, and he was really happy with your first instance of it. It was the c4 in the repeat game, which was really bothersome, but I think he liked your game one.
Game one seemed pretty strong. I don't feel like there were too much going wrong for me in that game.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I mean, I just can't avoid the board reveal. Bobertio, your fans out there are wondering, were you playing using the football theme?
Always. Every time.
Is this something you can see eviscerated? Like when the game starts, do you have the animation?
When it first starts, it's like a little bit of a flashbang, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah, exactly.
Then it goes away, and I'm like, oh, okay, it was just a glitch.
It comes back after the win, though, and that's the best part, is to know that they're being forced to look at it.
Yeah, if you have that animation turned on, you have to endure it at the beginning and after a loss. It's pretty brutal.
Good time.
Yeah, Ubitsia, I think, is almost more offended by losing to that theme than the move c4. It's hitting him hard.
Well, I haven't received any messages from Ubitsia yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have an earful after
I think
we get done here.
He's preparing it all at once, maybe.
20-minute voice memo.
Well,
yeah.
the I will say it looked like it was about to be kind of that a 1-1 in that game that was disconnected. So it seemed like it was all going to come down to game number 3 anyway. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Congratulations there, Bob, because you have officially moved on to the next round. It's also double elim, so Eviscerated, you're certainly going to be playing more matches, perhaps many more, if you can win in the losers bracket. And both of you will be playing a 1st to 6 match in your next one and from now on. So a little bit more time to experiment, change some openings, adapt, prepare for specific opponents. So
if I'm alive that long, absolutely.
That's right. Well, you're at least alive for one of them. And in the next one, just to say, it'll be Thyrandal and Stockholmian. So that matchup, the loser, Eviscerated, you're going to be up against, and then the winner, Bobertio, you're going to be facing.
That's great. I'm so glad that we had the first match, because now I can just watch the rest of these.
Oh, like relax. First match of the day today?
Oh, yeah. No, this is great. It's a great way to spend the rest of the Sunday.
There you go. So that's what the bracket is looking like. We have another one completed, and Eviscerated, as you said, you're going to need a big losers bracket run. But based on the weigh-in rating, I can say you're certainly one of the big losers bracket favorites, and it's all 1st to 6 matchups down there. So I'll just say that you're definitely a rating favorite. So no reason for you and your tough coach to lose hope.
Yep.
There you go, Bob. Congrats, buddy. Nice win there. Any words for Coach Gupp or the many fans of your beard?
Many fans. No, I'm not good with words. I'm sorry. Thanks, Guppy, though. I appreciate it.
Good game, Bob.
GG's.
What time's the next match?
The next match is in roughly an hour. So around 4 Eastern. And then the one after that is about 2.5 hours after that.
All right, cool.
All right. Thanks.
There you go. We'll see you guys in the chat. GG's, and thanks for making the time to play today.
Yep.
All right.